Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today, one day only, we're flipping through a Mad Magazine number 78, released April 1963. Our price, 25 cents, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, hey, let me say, please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. It's the best way to help this channel grow. 494. I think was that what it was at last time? I don't know. No, I think I gained one subscriber. We're knocking on the door of 500 subscribers. So if this is your first time watching a video of mine, if this is your last time watching a video of mine, on your way out, just hit subscribe. Why not? Anyway, with that, if you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. These are the people that support me on that Wait a second. What do you get? Oh, here we go. If you support me, you get a 6 set of stickers and a cool 3D printed MAD stencil. They're awesome. Anyway, here are the people that support me right now. Ed, Misimo, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, this is enough of that, right? Ah, geez, I screwed it up. Here we are. We're back. Back at the early end of the spectrum. If you don't watch the channel regularly, if you just pick them up when you notice them, I start here at like the below 100s, then I skip ahead to the 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and then I just loop back around. I found it's a better way to get a better mixture rather than picking them somewhat randomly, which is what I did before. But I want to get a good mix of things, and I found that this is the best way. I should talk about this cover for a second. Help stamp out. MAD. I don't really get it. I like it. I like it visually, but I don't really get is it like help stamp out hunger or something? Is it that? But it's a beautiful Norman Mingo cover with a very boyish looking Alfred E. Neuman. It's like the proportions of like a small child, like a 7-year-old kid or something. And but the face of Alfred E. Neuman. Anyway, with that, let's just move on in. Here we have the original Zippo of this Nippo copy, landed in Tokyo in 1951. Millions of imitations like this are in the works today. If the Zippo company ever fails, it was Nippo that fixed it. The Japanese lighter pictured above are all economically priced imitations of the expensive originals. Choose any one and save money. Nippo. Is that like Nippon, right? Wasn't there a town, Nippon, in Japan? Anyway, this is just a take on an old Zippo ad. It must be. And I don't get it. Sorry, guys. That's the other, I'll tell you, that has to be the most frustrating part of videos or like issues from this time frame is watching this and having me say, I don't get it. Wait a second. Have I done this one? East Side Story, a musical about those two gangs from the UN. What the heck? What? I feel like I've almost definitely done this. Maybe it was in like a super special or something. Kids' Careers. Who did this? I think this was who did this artwork? I don't know. But it was a lot. It was like pretty straightforward. I don't think it was I gotta search this up now. Now I'm worried. Flippin' Through MAD number 78. No, I haven't done it. Weird. Okay. Anyway, kids' careers. This is probably Bob Clark. Future group comparisons. Oh, shoot. I don't know. This is Dave Berg. Oh, shoot. It says it right there. Oh, and it says the lighter side of. I'm a genius. The darker side of Telstar. Modern chess. That looks like Bob Clark. Maybe Al Jaffe. What is this? Mad College Primer. These are really hard ones. Let's say this one's Mort Drucker. Let's say this one's Angelo Torres. I don't know. This is going to be really hard. And I was really thrown for a loop by this possibility that I've already done this. But if you guys watch all my videos, you're going to recognize this other one. Oh, wow. I tried growing an Arthur plant in our laboratory in Marineland, but was not having much luck. Then I decided to try feeding it with some of our whale food. What results? Everything is great, but the pot cost us $700. Jerry Goldsmith, aquarist, Marineland in Pacific Palos Verdes, California. A fishy Arthur. So enough of these Arthur gags. I'm getting arthritis. That would be cute. I think I'm gonna grow an Arthur the avocado tree. I think that would be cute. That's really cool though. And that guy just did that with a photo camera, like film camera. Anyway, I'm ready to move on. I'm really ready to move on because of this right here. I don't know where I've seen it before, but I know I've talked about this. And is this issue number 78? It is issue number 78. This is so strange. Artist Mort Drucker, writer Frank Jacobs. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. They may have done this before. No, they haven't done this before, have they? But it's great. The great thing about this is that it's written by Frank Jacobs. So you get all of the cool musical stuff. Tonight, we'll smash the West tonight. Tonight, we'll have the world by the throat. I was possessed in America. Brush teeth with crust in America. Smoking is best in America. Filters recessed in America. It's just really, you get here. I got to zoom in on some of this stuff. I'm if you can't tell, I'm like preoccupied and distracted by the fact that I'm trying to remember having done this, or at least one very similar to this. But I really like it. Look, you get these things like, here's Castro with his, like dressed like a greaser. It's so cool. And, here's Khrushchev. Khrushchev is this, I mean, how else are you going to draw him but this round little creature? But yeah, it's really fun. And they're all, the weird thing is they're all drawn over these photographs of the UN in New York City. So it's pretty amusing in that respect. And then you have like these American politicians whom I do not really know all that well. Embarrassingly, I know these commies a little bit better. But yeah. I think this is a different one. I think they've done West Side Story several times. They got a lot out of that one. You have the, what is that called? Zippo done here to shade all of that in. That looks very good. I think this is, so I hate captions over photographs, like trying to be amusing, but drawing over photographs, that's all right. I really like that. If you guys know what the hell I'm talking about with this other West Side Story one, could you let me know? Because this really is bothering me. Oh, suicide humor. The suicide. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. How parents guess wrong about their kids' future careers. Was this the one? Let me see if I was right. So I was right about the Bob Clark. Yeah, kids' careers, Bob Clark. Oh, 2 for 2. I'm a genius. If anybody has a line on some Bob Clark original artwork, let me know. Because I wanna waste some money. I don't actually. I need to save my money. The prediction. Look at little Orville. He just can't stay away from the piano. Someday I bet he'll be appearing at Carnegie Hall. Got it on your end, Orville? The prediction. Our little hermit is destined to do scientific research. He loves nothing better than to peer into that toy microscope. He's a pervert. Is he supposed to be like a cop? Is he spying on his friends or something? The prediction. Debbie is certainly fast on her feet. Perhaps that'll mean she'll be a championship runner one day. Yeah, just running away from her lecherous boss. That pervert. Oh, man, look at this. Why is this one so cool? I think maybe that expression and his pose. I just love that. Hey, will you look at the arm on that kid? Wowee! Someday he'll be pitching in the big league ballpark. Believe me. Oh, my gosh. He's throwing peanuts, and then it's Charlie Brown on the peanuts. It's a corny joke. Man. The prediction. Isn't Harvey something the way he always mixes his food with such an early talent for recipes? He might end up another Oscar of the Waldorf. Oh, my goodness. The way Zelda loves to scribble in her little pad all the time. She makes me feel like she's destined to be a great writer someday. And a cheeseburger with all the trimmings. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's stay zoomed in. Antonio Prajias, who was forced to flee Cuba because he refused to become a Castro convertible, brings us another mad installment of that friendly rivalry between the man in black and the man in white, better known as Spy versus Spy. I hope that wasn't offensive. Just brilliant in its simplicity. Look at how happy he is. He was just totally amused. But it was his downfall. Whoops. Future group comparisons. This is George Woodbridge. I can recognize that now from afar. I think I failed to recognize that earlier. The challenge with this is that it's so zoomed in. It's like it's so hard to predict who it is going to be. I'm just going to keep moving on through this. George Woodbridge is, I don't know, one of the best mad artists ever. Him and Bob Clark might be my favorites. You know those guys who did the like your Mort Druckers, your Angelo Torres, Al Jaffe, of course. You got these big names. They did the movie once, right? Like Mort Drucker was in every single month without fail. And he had like the big thing that everybody was into. Al Jaffe had the fold-ins. Big thing everybody was into. Bob Clark never had that. Woodbridge never had that. He never had that one thing that he did. And because of that, I think that they don't get the love they deserve. I'm not saying the others are overrated. I'm saying that Woodbridge and Clark, underrated. By far. Oh, speaking from the pictures. Cool. I hate these. Oh no, you sent the real missiles back. I'm not into that. The Daily Monopoly, Festerville's leading newspaper, because it's Festerville's only newspaper. Let's read. I'm going to read this thing, whatever this is called, because it's still applies today. It's a well-known fact today that more and more newspapers are going out of business, and more cities are becoming what are known as one newspaper towns. Naturally, the only newspaper in a town controls what everyone reads, and that can be pretty obnoxious, opinionated, and independent in its attitude towards the public. And the way things look now, these only newspapers are going to be even more obnoxious, opinionated, and independent than ever. In fact, if you live in a one newspaper town, you may be reading something like this in the very near future. Like some cities, not only do they have multiple newspapers, but then those newspapers, for those of you spring chickens like me, would put out a morning newspaper and an evening newspaper. Or there would be, like in my town, I think there was the Star and the Tribune. The Star did the morning newspaper. The Tribune did the evening newspaper. And then they ended up combining, and now it's the Star Tribune. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck my point was. I'm sorry, guys. I should shut up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, here we go. In a men's haberdashery. The haberdasher is a hat guy, right? But now it seems haberdasher is just like any clothing store, like a fancy clothing store. Hey, here's a handkerchief. No, I don't want that. I don't want that one either. Ooh, polka dots. Look at this guy. Italian. How do I know? You know how I know. Because you knew too. The lighter side of dating. Should we do it? I think we can do it because it's 1963. This is like still early days of the lighter side of. So we don't get that, I don't know, we get the kind of better art style that Dave Berg was doing. Do we get better humor, though? Hey, Joan, how about a date for Saturday night? I've got 2 tickets to How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Oh, well, I don't know. I promise. And after the show, I thought we'd go to a nice little spot I know where we can have supper and dance. Couldn't I let you know? I'm afraid not. I've got to make reservations now, and, well, okay. Good. Pick you up at 7:30. Slam. Yahoo! I don't get it. Like she was playing hard to get. Is that the joke? Okay. I just don't get the joke. I'll blame that one on me. Please, Jeff. Please call. Oh, please, Jeff, call. Jeff, please call and ask for a date, please. Hello? Hello, Sue. This is Jeff. Jeff who? That's the same joke. Hello, Ruth. This is Eddie. Oh, hello, tee-hee. Listen, I have a friend staying over my house, and we were wondering, tee-hee, if you could get a girlfriend, and we'd all go to Irving Pizza Pie Joint tonight. Well, what did she say? Tee-hee. This is not great. This is not great, guys. First drive me to Betty Dilly's house on 22nd North Street. Now drive us to Spring Dance at the Pratt Falls Junior High School. And pick us up at 10:30 sharp so you can drive us to Lucy's Hamburger Heaven. Okay, Dad? Yes, son. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's a little wholesome. Anyway, I think I'm done. Well, I'm done with this. But look at, I don't know. Imagine, like, look at this. I love these expressions. Like this is a laughing one, and then this concerned one. It's fantastic. And look, it's like ink, like a brush and ink, and then it's like painted hair. It's a pretty cool effect. And he does that when the women freak out. And it's just like, it's not a few motion lines. It's like a bunch of them. It's fantastic. All right, this is pretty good. All right, enough already. Break it up, you two. We can't. Our braces are locked. I like that. I like that. I like it a lot. Whoop. Zoom out. The darker side of Telstar. The world has gone ape over our latest scientific achievement. Telstar, the satellite that spins around in space, showering Earth with TV fallout. Whoa, that's neat. I've never heard of that. Well, we at MAD say beware. Remember, the greater the achievement, the greater the problems it brings. Let's consider the darker side of Telstar. The darker side, right after the lighter side. This is another George Woodbridge. Fantastic. Pickups from outer space. We interrupt this regular TV show to bring you a special Telstar pickup from outer space. That would be cool if we could pick up intergalactic TV. That'd be wild. One exciting possibility is that the use of the Telstar may result in our contacting other forms of civilization. Greetings, Earthlings. The planet Saturn salutes you. We are receiving your TV signals clearly. Although we applaud your scientific accomplishments, we must caution you. Should you continue to send us reruns of the Gale Storm show, we have no alternative but to destroy your planet. How about this? Let's look at In the Klondike. In the Klondike. Yeah. Oh, they're at an impasse. Well, there's only one thing to do. I get down on my hands and knees, and you climb over my back. Check. Oof. Ooh. Eek. Ah. Oof. Whew. Well, we made it. Oh, my goodness. Doesn't even make sense. I love it. Modern chess. There we go. I'm not going to read that whole lead-in thing. Here's the traditional chess. You have the pawns. We're all familiar. Rooks. Just go straight. Knights, if you don't know, an L shape. 3 up, 1 over. Or 3 over, 1 up. The bishop. Diagonal. The queen. Anywhere. Any direction. Only a straight line, though. The king, same thing. Only 1 square at a time, though. And then, I've just said those ones. We know this. Note how accurately this fine old antique chess set depicts the glory of ancient war. Note the splendid royalty. Note bold knights. Note proud bishops. Note grand castles. Note haggard, tattered, hungry pawns who are in the front rows and have to take most of the beating. Poor guys. Here's MAD's modern chess set. Here we have the pawns. We have the fallout shelter, which is just a little, like a pipe coming up from the ground. We have the air raid siren right there. You have the anti-missile missile. You have the A-bomb, the H-bomb, the ICBM missile, the radar, and the fallout shelter. And of course, you have the pawns. Note how accurately this modern chess set depicts current Cold War tactics. Note brilliant scientific pieces. Note terrified, neurotic pawns at the brink of cracking up. Note one thing that hasn't changed. Pawns are still in front rows and have to take most of the beatings. Whoop. There we go. Wait a second. They messed this up, didn't they? Is it the queen that's on her own color or the king that's on his own color? Oh, it's probably the queen, right? Yeah. Bob Clark wouldn't do that. Oh my gosh. They have all the new moves. Look at, they explain it. First move, pawns move 1 square at a time, except for the first move, when 2 is optional. They move diagonally to capture. Player on the left blinks momentarily. Opponent quickly launches his ICBM missile, attempting a sneak attack. Player's early warning system, i.e. his radar piece, picks up the blips of the opponent's approaching ICBM attack. Radar piece signals the air raid siren piece to sound the alarm, and fallout shelter doors open automatically. Pawns are then triggered to jump wildly into opened fallout shelters, but most are shot by first pawn in. Anti-missile missiles are launched automatically, thus automatically launching other offensive missiles. Action continues until both sides' entire nuclear arsenal is launched, at which point game is concluded. MAD's modern chess game is played pretty much as described above. When it finally gets going, strategy is limited to each player waiting for the other to make the first move. End of game is followed by deathly silence. Unlike old-fashioned chess, there is no winner. There is also no loser. After several years, the radiation subsides enough to permit another game to begin, if there's anyone left to play it. Also, a new chess set is used, which MAD is now designing, with caveman-type pieces. Ooh, here we have the Gray Spy. Whoop. Boom. Bounce their heads right off the top. What? I'm getting messages? Doesn't everybody know? Oh, no. All right. Boop. And here we go. The MAD College Primer. I just gave that zero respect because I got distracted by a text message. How this is the #1 MAD Magazine news review, an interview channel, I do not know. I don't even know if I can call it an interview channel anymore, to be honest. It's been like a years since I've done that. Let us continue. This is beautiful artwork by none other than Wally Wood. Now, I'm not going to read this, but what I am going to do, because we're coming up quickly on the 30-minute mark. Look at this beautiful, beautiful artwork. The way, like the different styles he was capable of is just so amazing. And you know what? I guess what I would say too is that maybe part of the reason why I really like Bob Clark is that I see some Wally Wood in Bob Clark. Is that possible? I think it might be. The football player. Oh, man. Is there more? Oh, this is the emergency. This is just a totally separate thing. In case of fire, break glass. Oh, no, look at these little... these little big-headed babies. Oh, I love that. That's wonderful. And then we have Marty. So, what is this, an Ernest Borgnine vehicle? Is that what this is? If Marty were made in Hollywood today. And then finally, I'm not going to really go into that one. Think along with MAD. I need to figure out, one, how many MAD record albums there are. I got 2 of them. I got the MAD show and I got another one. And then I got to start collecting these. There's at least 2 more that I don't have. I got to figure that out. Records are so much fun, guys. And I'm not even talking about, then there's all the little plastic insert ones. Here we have one of my favorite things. Oops. One of my favorite things is this. Look at that. Dick Chamberlain. The Chin Club? The FHN Club? I don't know. Box 63. Hollywood 20 8, California, $8. Is that like, if you find this is Dick Chamberlain's? I don't know. But I love it seeing like what little kids write in their MAD magazines or on their MAD magazines. It's one of my favorite things. It's better than a perfect condition MAD. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Anyway, you guys, hey, if you have not already, please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. The person who leaves the comment, the word cool with the most zeros, wins a set, or the most O's, wins a set of stickers. How about that? That's just a shout out to Mad Movies Daily, who always just says cool. So whoever can leave the longest cool, you get a set of stickers, as long as I can get a hold of you. If I can't, then I don't know what to say. Anyway, with that, thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.